In last class? Everyone, please respond what we discussed in last class. Java concepts. Okay. So Java concepts, nothing but Java editions. Next. Okay. So we have learned. So what are the different platforms available in Java language? In Java language, we have 4 platforms. First one, Java SE, Java EE, Java ME, Java FX. For developing standalone applications, means one complete project as a standalone application, we have to use Java SE. If we want to develop the same project as an internet application, we should use only Java EE or Java SE plus Java EE. Java SE plus Java EE. So what providing by Java SE and what is providing by Java EE? Java SE provides language plus API plus technologies, whereas Java EE provides only technologies. It doesn't provide language. Okay, it doesn't provide language. So language already available. Language means language, only one syntax will be there. So but API technology will be changing. So Java EE provides only API or nothing but technologies. Can I call collection is a technology? No. Can I call multi-threading is a technology? No. Can I call string handling is a technology? No. When I can call something is a technology? If you want to call something is a technology, it is a API first of all. You want to call an API is a technology, it should allows us to connect to some other software, or some other project. So for example, you take web services. Web services is a technology that allows us to connect our project to another projects developed either in Java language or some other language, .NET or Python, PHP, any other language. So what is a technology? A predefined library or API. And what is a technology? An API that allows us to write a program to connect it to other applications or other software easily with less number of steps is called what? Technology. According to dictionary, the meaning of technology is something that makes simple thing more simple. Something that makes simple thing more simple is called what? Technology. In our olden days, we do not have telephones. If we want to communicate with a remote person, we have to write letters and drop in the post box, wait for 1 week, and your information reached 1 week. Then you have to post your letter 1 week before the occasion. But later we got a technology called what? Telephone. So telephone make the letter communication easy. That's why people are calling it as what? Technology. Then telephone is having its own limitations. It is fixed at one place. Your mother is in kitchen and telephone is ringing. Can he come rush to the telephone and lift the call? No, because she is in the middle of preparing the food. Then by the time she come to the telephone to lift the call, it will be cut. Then again he has to wait for 2 minutes. Maybe phone come, not coming. Then next again she went to the kitchen. Again call is coming. Then tell me it is a big problem. Later people have invented caller telephone. Means the number will be displayed. If it is a known person number, we can recall back. If unknown number, we can ignore. But later, still people are thinking, how can I make it that simple? We got walkie-talkies. So the headphone, okay, base will be there. The receiver you can carry into the kitchen, you can talk. But what is the problem? The receiver can you carry wherever you want? No. It will work only between 50 meters distance. So if your mother is going to market for buying something and she is not returning late, she is coming, went to the friend's house, then the people in the house are getting tension or not? So people have started inventing one more technology. What is that? Mobile technology. Then the problem with mobile technology, it is connected to only one network and can work with only Reliance or Tata. Now people are invented one more technology called what? SIM. This is a way complex things are making simple. Simple things are becoming more simple, more simple, more simple. This concept is called what? Technology. So language is a technology? No. A library is a technology? No. Then what is the difference between library and API? It's the time core Java students cannot understand much difference between library and API, but advanced Java students, after JDBC completed, now you can easily connect it. JDBC is a library or API? JDBC, API. JDBC driver, library. Servlet is a API library. Sorry. String is a library or API? Library. Collection, library. Thread, library. What is the meaning of library? What is the meaning of API? Library means logic, implemented. If something is implemented, we call it as what? Library. It has a functionality, we can directly go and execute. API means it just interfaces. Set of interfaces with abstract methods declare the specification of a concept. Then different third-party people are coming forward and implementing that functionality. The declarations are called API and the implementations are called what? Library. C language, C++ language is full of only library. There is no declarations. Everything you have to write the logic. That's why in C and C++ people are call it as what? Library. In Java, we have both library and API. But library is working behind the API, na? That's why people are fully calling it as what? API. So what is a API? Application Programming Interface. Interface means, can you understand now? Interface name, open bracket, closed bracket, with a set of methods declaration. And then now the implementation classes providing implementation. User class people are looking into implementation calling method? No. Looking into interfaces calling the methods. And these interface, this user class via interface connecting to either Oracle JDBC implementation or connecting to MySQL database implementations or connecting to SQL Server database implementation. Hence, JDBC is a API and it is a technology. So why it is a technology? A API or a library provided for connecting to other software or other projects is called what? Technology. Is it clear? Now tell me, Java EE is providing API or library? API. API is providing for implementing some functionality to connect to the database, connecting to the server and connecting to the other projects. That's why Java EE full of contains only technologies, full of API. API means interfaces. And their interfaces are implemented by different people, database people, server people have implemented. Now, what is the final conclusion should come to your mind from this entire discussion? Java SE contains like language on top of language API. API means what? Implementations, library. I can say simply library. Repeating again, Java SE contains number one, language concept plus on top of language concepts, library, on top of library, API, on top of API, what? Technologies. Java EE provided only technologies. Okay, Java EE has provided how many major technologies? 3. Number one, servlet. Number two, JSP. And number three, EJB. Of course, one more is their web services. There are 4 major important technologies and some services also provided. We can ignore that. What is that? Number one, servlet. Number two, JSP. Number three, EJB. Number 4, web services. JSP and servlets are meant for developing web applications. Servlet and JSP technologies are provided for developing web applications or website. EJB has developed for developing enterprise applications, distributed and database interaction applications. Enterprise is nothing but distributed and database interaction applications. What is the meaning of distributed? I will explain it. Next, web services are meant for developing distributed interoperable applications. Distributed interoperable applications. What the meaning of distributed? What the meaning of interoperable? We will discuss later. I'm not touching the time based. You will not understand at this stage. So I want to ask one thing. Java EE is a full of technologies. It provides four major technologies. What is that? Number one, servlet, JSP, EJB, web services, and some services, JTA, JAS, JMS, JTA, Java Transaction API, JAS, Java Authentication and Authorization Services for Security, and next JMS, Java Messaging Service. Like this, some services has also provided. Now, so what is the difference between Java SE and Java in a simple word? Java SE provides language, API, technologies. Java EE provide only technologies. Okay. What is the Java EE architecture? Java EE architecture means what it contains. Java EE contains technologies of two levels. Number one, servlets and JSP for web applications, web technologies, and EJB web services are what? Enterprise application development technologies. Okay, write down these points. Difference between Java SE and Java EE. Differences between Java SE and Java EE. Differences between Java SE and Java EE. Listen. Now we are entering into advanced Java, completely new topic to you, and little difficulty points. Again repeating. Everyone listening? We are entering into advanced Java, completely new topics to you. You have not listened anything previous in core Java. Completely new and difficulty topics. This 1 week classes, you must every day by heart what I am explaining in the class. What do you have to do? By heart. By heart and by heart. Each and every word and sentences you are writing in the notes, you must remember. Next day you must reproduce in the class. I will ask you personally today, tomorrow onwards. I will ask each and every student, no boys, no girls, no 33% reservation. I'll ask everyone individually. I will ask. So you must by heart and then come to the class. Understood what I'm saying? Sir, yesterday I was very busy, sir. I didn't study. Then don't come to next class. Real I'm telling. If you don't study, in JDBC what I said, just listen, come back to the class, enough, don't study. But what I am saying, this 1 week, whatever I am explaining, you must by heart like a 15 marks question. Tomorrow there is a 15 marks question exam. You have to by heart. There is no point of understanding, not understanding. Silently you have to by heart and come to the class. When I ask the question, if you are not answering, then I'll send you out from the class. No doubt. If you don't study, don't come to the next class. Because you don't understand anyways, happily you will sleep in the class. I will not allow you to sleep in the class. Completely new terminology. If you don't study this new terminology, what you are learning this 1 week, next Spring Boot microservices also you don't understand. Spring Boot microservices, after this Diwali, next week probably, new batch will be announced. Spring Boot microservices, morning 7 AM, new batch will announce. Everyone should join the class. No sir, I am very busy, then don't join. Okay, if your brain and body early morning 7 o'clock waking up and supports, then go and join. Okay, now next week classes will be there, Spring Boot microservices classes. So that's why I'm requesting this 1 week classes, if you thoroughly by heart and remember what I'm saying, Spring Boot microservices classes, just like that you can understand. Okay, completely new terminology. You have to by heart and remember. Right now, difference between Java SE and Java EE. First look at here. Are all points covered or not? Anything is missing? What is Java SE? Java SE stands for Java Platform Standard Edition. Java EE stands for Java Platform Enterprise Edition. What is Java SE? It is a specification, provides rules and guidelines for developing standalone application and applets and also provides rules and guidelines for developing JDK software for compiling and executing standalone applications and applets. 1 minute, don't write. Read first. It is also a specification. Who? Java EE is also a specification. I told you yesterday what is the meaning of specification. PDF document. It provides the rules and guidelines for developing web and enterprise applications and also provides rules and guidelines for developing server software for executing web and enterprise application. All you people notice here, if you wanted to run a program, first of all, we have to compile. Na? Will you compile Java EE application, Servlet and JSP, EJB by using server software? No. We will compile them by using JDK software. Compiling is a part of what? Syntax verification. Syntax verification is part of API and language. Language. So Java EE applications also compiled by using our regular compiler by using Java C, and that will be compiled by using which software? JDK. But for running Java EE, we need some extra connections to the network. For that extra connections to the network, who will provide? Server software. So server software is responsible only for running Java EE application. But who will compile? JDK only will compile. Understand? Write down first those 2 points. Complete one page you spend. We have totally 5 to 6 points are there. Spend complete one page. Don't write half there, half here. If you are in the middle of the page, leave it and go to new page. 6 points should come in one page fully. Completed 2 points. Second point is very, very important. Can I move up? Okay. Look at the third point. Java EC is the base edition for all Java editions. It is developed on top of Java SE. 1 minute. Next one is what? JDK is sufficient for compiling and executing Java SE based applications. Tell me, only JDK is sufficient for compiling and executing Java EE based applications? No. JDK plus server software is also required. We must have server and JDK software for compiling and executing Java EE based applications. Next, Java SE provides programming language concepts, its own platform plus technologies, whereas Java EE provides only its own platform and technologies. It doesn't provide programming language concepts. We must use the same Java SE language concepts. Next, Java SE is implemented as JDK software by Sun. Now, olden day Sun, now Oracle, Eclipse. JDK అది చెప్పాను, తొందరగా చెప్పొద్దు, ఆలోచించి చెప్పు. JDK as provided by Sun, in bracket what you write? Oracle. Okay na? Java EE is implemented as server. Java EE is implemented as a server by Sun and also by many other companies like Apache, IBM, PEA, JBoss, etc. Okay. Then next, using Java EE, we will develop logic for a business operations. We will develop logic for business operation like deposit withdraw. Using Java EE, we will not develop any logic. Rather, we will provide an environment to execute Java SE development logic through internet as web application. Again repeating, using Java SE, we will develop on complete business. But using Java EE, will we develop any business application? No. What we are doing? We are providing an environment to execute Java SE developed logic through internet as web application. This is very, very, very important. Using Java EE, we are not developing logics. We are just making this program executed via internet. Okay, right. Hmm. Second point complete, third point, fourth point completed. ఎందుకు completed? Just write one last point here. Hey, not that 11. Write down, I'll tell one point. Java SE means language. Write down. Write one point there. Java SE means language. Java SE means language, comma, Java EE means what? Technologies. Okay. Finally, got clarity? Yeah? So Java SE means only JDK. Java E means JDK plus server. Right in that point also. Down. Java SE means only JDK. Java SE means JDK. Java E means JDK plus server software. Server software. Okay. Next point we need to understand Java EE architecture. Right. Java EE architecture. Tell me what the meaning of Java EE architecture. What contains Java EE? Architecture means what? Dabbas? Simply boxes. This is Java EE. Okay. What Java EE contains? How many technologies? Web technologies and distributed technologies. There are two technologies are there in Java. What are the two technologies? Web technologies and distributed technologies. Web technologies are what? Servlet, JSP and JSP. Okay, EL also you can, actually EL is part of JSP, but still I am writing EL, JSTL and very important JSCF. What are the main technology? JSP and Servlet. Okay, let me EL and JSTL, let me hide. Servlet, JSP, JSF. JSF is actually a framework. JSF. It's a competition to struts. At that time, competition to struts. These three comes under web technologies. What the distributed technologies? Distributed technologies are EJB. Okay, and next web services. There are different types of EJBs are there. 3 EJBs are there. You no need to learn. Web services. Okay, and also we contain Java is also providing services. It providing technologies and also services. What the services? JTA, Java Transaction API. Java Transaction API. JPA, Java Persistence API. Java Persistence API. Persistence means storing data. It's also part of actually EJB, but we can take it as a one service separately. The next JAS. JAS. JAS stands for Java Authentication and Authorization Service. And next JMS. JMS stands for Java Messaging Service. Like this, there are other services also there. Dot 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 you can write. But these are the main words. Right now, Java EE architecture have written. Right. Java EE contains. Java EE contains. Java EE contains web technologies. Contains, you can say, provide, you can say your wish. Java EE contains web technologies, comma, distributed technologies and middleware services. Generally people call middleware services or simply services. Middleware services for developing what and what? Web and enterprise distributed web and enterprise distributed interoperable applications. Web and enterprise distributed interoperable. One word, don't write as the two words. Interoperable applications. Web, enterprise, distributed, interoperable applications. Okay, write on this diagram. ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ గుర్తుంటేనే నెక్స్ట్ సర్లెట్స్ జేఎస్పీలు అర్థం అవుతాయి. If you remember this diagram, then only you can understand Servlets, JSP, Spring Boot microservices. Oh, this terminology new me, sir, feeling very difficult. Distributed technologies, middleware services. నువ్వు పొద్దున ఆ పైన రాసిన దాంట్లోంచి కింద రాశాను మళ్ళీ. అదే కదా రాసింది. 3 పాయింట్లు ఉన్నాయి జావా, ఇలా 3 డబ్బాలు కొట్టాను. మళ్ళీ అదేంటి సార్ అని అడుగుతాను. పోయి పైన దాన్ని డిస్కనెక్ట్ అవ్వకండి రా బాబు. JTA, Java Transaction API. JTA, Java Transaction API. JPA, Java Persistence API. Completed? JAS, JAS, Java Authorization and Authentication Service. JMS, Java Messaging Service. Completed? Observe here. What is the meaning of web application, enterprise application, distributed application, interoperable application? Let us try to analyze it. Observe now. The same diagram, one more time I want to write like this. Observe. This is our Java EE. Okay. In Java EE, we have web technologies. What are the web technologies? Servlet, JSP, JSF. Again, I'm repeating, JSF is not a technology, it's a framework. Technology means just to provide interfaces, whereas JSF provide one complete application. So JSF, you cannot call it as a technology. That's okay. Let it be there. The next, we also contain distributed technologies. When I join advanced Spring, maybe terminology is changed. This is my terminology, my understanding. Okay, now Nataraja sir may tell you in a different way. That is his way of understanding. This is my way of understanding. So then finally, what should I answer in the interview? You decide what to answer. Mix both. Okay. Distributed technology. This is my way of understanding. Again, I'm telling you. Okay. What the distributed technology is? EJB. According to my company, in my company, how we have used the terminology, that way I am presenting here. My company accordingly, internet accordingly. Sir may present in another way. Murthy sir, Spring Boot if you join, another way. Some other faculty, Spring Boot, another way. Every faculty is having their own implementations. Super class, Java EE. Java EE teaching, my one way, subclass. Other faculties one way, subclass. Like there are 4-5 subclasses are there. Everyone implemented their own way, na? Ultimately, user, you, whom you are accepting is important. Or how accept all the 4-5 faculties and mix. Finally, one statement you tell. Why? In interview, who's student available? Nobody knows, na? So you show your what you call common sense. EJB and also contains what? Web services. Okay, listen. Web technologies, servlet, actually servlets you can take. Servlets, JSPs, okay, JSF, JSPs or JSP. From where we have to access the servlet and JSP? Of course, this is via network. Via network. This is what? Web client. What we call him as web client. Tell me, this is a server program. Server programs are accessed by whom? Client. Web client. Web client. Who is the web client? Browser. Today our target is understanding Java EE architecture. Now what will be here? URL. With the URL help via network, we will approach servlet. Servlet and JSP will respond to this browser and displays what? Output. What we are sending here? Input. What we are getting back is called what? Output. From the end user point of view, we call it as input output. But from the web technologies point of view, input is called request. What we call? Output is called response. So request carries input, response carries output. And tell me, web technologies are working on what model? Request response model. Question the brain? Did you get the point? Repeat what I say. Web technologies are working on which model? Request response model. Who will execute servlet and JSP? Command prompt? No. Java command? No. Who will execute servlet and JSP program? Web client. Who is the web client? Browser. How? By using servlet class name or by using URL? URL. This URL will be background mapped with servlet class name. How to map? I will explain the programming part. Is this clear? Next. Tell me, EJB program is developed. What we call it as distributed. What is the meaning of distributed? This EJB program is accessed from other program. Okay, where is that other program available? Distributed. Chocolates are distributed on your birthday. Distributed, no? Chocolate bowl is there. Then you are taking chocolate bowl everywhere and people are taking what you call it as distributed. Distributed means EJB is a one program or a project is deployed in the server. This program can be accessible from client computer. Okay, this is client computer. Via network only it is coming. But who is this client program? This client program is not a web client or browser. It is one program. Understand? A program, which program it is? Java program. One Java program. This Java program is called what? Client program. What we call it as client. A client program, Java program client is accessing what now? EJB program. Then we call it as what? Distributed. So why it is called web technologies? This program is accessing via web from the web client. That's why it is called what? Web technology. Distributed technology means what? It is also accessible via network. But who is the client application? Java program. That's why it is called what? Distributed. It is accessible not only within the JVM, it can be accessible throughout the network. From where? Directly from the program. Tell me now. I'm going to ask you one small program. Amazon is a one project or not? Amazon project is accessing bank project or not? Tell me. Bank project is accessing from Amazon project. Amazon project is a one Java program. Bank application is another Java program. Tell me, this Java program accessing via network from other Java program. Then this bank application is called web application or distributed application? Distributed application. All people are answering or watching? Other people are answering, you are watching. I told you this 1 week, if you don't open your mouth and don't talk, then next class is horrible. You will cry, blood tears will come from your eyes to ears. Even nose also. Okay. Open your mouth and try to talk. Repeat once again. What is the difference between web technology or web application, distributed technology and distributed application? Servlet is meant for developing web application. EJB meant for developing distributed application. Means a application that can be accessible via network from a web client browser is called what? Web application is called web application or web technology. What is a distributed application or a distributed technology? An application that can be accessible via network from another normal standalone application is called what? Distributed application. It is distributed throughout the world to access is called what? Distributed application. Now tell me, is this Java program can also access via network these web services? Yes. Okay, na? But there is a small problem is there. Observe now, I have .NET application, Adhyaksha. What application I have? .NET client. .NET client I have. And a .NET program as a client. Okay. And next, I have Angular program. I have Angular client. UI client, Angular client is there. I have PHP client. PHP client. Client means what? A person or programmer? Program. Here onwards, client server, the terminology will start. Client server. I have Python program. I have Python client. We don't call it as a program. Program is the terminology of core Java. Client is the terminology of advanced Java. So tell me, now EJB program, bank application is developed by using what? EJB. Now this EJB program is which language program it is? Java language. Java language program can be accessible from Java program? Yes. But is it accessible from .NET program? No. Is it accessible from Angular program? No. Is it accessible from PHP program, Python program? No. One language program can communicate with another language program? No. Suppose Amazon project is developed in .NET. .NET program can talk to the bank program? No. .NET program, Python program can talk to the Java program? No. Then how to communicate? We need one mediator. That mediator is web services. So what .NET client is talking to web service? Web service is talking to EJB. Ardhamainda? What is a web service? It is a interoperable. It is operating that side, this side by standing in inter. Tell me, 11th class, 12th class is called what? Inter. Why? Up to high school, one life. B.Tech, most dangerous life. So to transfer you from high school to the B.Tech life, in middle, one stage is there. That stage is called what? Intermediate. That means up to 10th class, high school level, all subjects, awareness on the society, awareness on your life provided. Then intermediate onwards, degree B.Tech, you want to become specialized. For the specialization purpose, the basics are, standards are, roots are started wherein middle. That middle is called what? Inter. That intermediate intercourse is becoming, making you a generalized person to a specialized person. That specialized person concept in Java is called what? Web services. So .NET client want to talk to Java, or Java client want to talk to .NET, then what is the middle course is coming? Web services. Angular talking to web services, web service is talking to EJB. PHP client is talking to web services, Python talking to web services, web service is talking to EJB. Enterprise Java Bean. Enterprise Java Bean. It is a one program which is meant for developing a big business applications. Okay, and it is outdated. It is outdated. In place of EJB, what came? Spring. Okay, we are using Spring. But we are talking about Java EE technologies, you must have the knowledge on that. So, olden days, we used to develop all these big applications by using EJB. That's why it is called as what? Enterprise. We want to develop one enterprise application. Enterprise is a big company, na? A big company is called what? Multi branches, different business running company is called what? Enterprise. That enterprise big application, if you want to develop, we have to use EJB. Now I have a question. Can a servlet also talk to EJB? Yes. Okay, listen carefully. If you come to EJB from a Java program, then it becomes standalone application. I don't want to make my application as a standalone. I want to make it as a web accessible enterprise application. If I use web client browser plus a servlet, via servlet, if you come to EJB, now my enterprise application is a standalone enterprise application, a web enterprise application, web enterprise application. If you come from a Java program directly, then it become what? A standalone application based enterprise application. In companies, we never use access EJB directly from Java program. We will access via servlet or via web services. Via servlet, Java flow. Via web services, different application flow. And tell me, this application is called what? Interoperable. One language to another language connection is developed by using web services. So you all got clarity on in one diagram. So totally how many applications here? 4. First one, web application. What we call web application. Number 2, distributed application. Number 3, interoperable. This is called what? Distributed. This is called distributed application. Java to Java via internet is called what? Distributed application. Different language to different language via web services is called what? Interoperable. Via web client to servlet is called what? Web application. Listen carefully. All these 3 application combination of a big enterprise, a big company application development is called what? Enterprise application. All these concepts, servlets, EJB, web services, everything together you develop on a big project, then we call it as what? Enterprise application. Got little idea? Simple. 5 minutes, 5%. 5% if you understand also, so much you understood. Okay? Write down. Don't write this diagram. Write down. I'll tell you one point. So what are the statements available? Java EE meant for developing what and what? Web, enterprise, distributed, interoperable application. What type of enterprise application? Distributed, interoperable. Distributed means accessible via Java client program. Interoperable means accessible via different language client application. Okay, first rider. Web application means web application means An application that can be accessible via internet from a where? From a web client, from a web client in bracket browser, from a web client in bracket browser with URL, with an URL in bracket, for example, any website. Any website is a web application. Any website is a web application. Amazon is a web application. Myntra is a web application. YouTube is a web application. Okay. naresheti.com is a web application. Any tutorial website is a web application because you are accessing via internet by using browser. So today onwards, what you have to speak? Website or web application? Web application. From today onwards, you have to call website as a web application. Amazon, I am accessing web application. Okay. Now tell me, in web application Amazon, you selected one product added to the cart and trying to access one. Okay, I'm trying to purchase the product on the web on Amazon by providing your bank details. Then what is that? What is that application? Amazon application is accessing bank application. What is that? Distributed or interoperable application. Amazon developed in Java, bank is also developed in Java. So both are what? Distributed. Java to Java, distributed. Who is distributed? Amazon distributed or bank distributed? Bank is a distributed application. Amazon is not distributed application. Understood? Amazon is web application. Next tell me. Now, from the Instagram also, can we access bank application? Sir, in Instagram, why I should? In Instagram, we will get some post saying sponsored. Some business clients are paying to Instagram app for promotions. They have to pay money via their bank account to the Instagram account. Na? Tell me, Instagram app is developed in which language? Instagram developed in which language? Python, Django framework. Python and Django framework. If you learn full stack Python, you are working in Instagram. Really? Right, tell me. So Instagram is developed by using Python language. From Python language, you are doing, from the Instagram, you are paying the amount via bank account. The same bank application is accessing from Python Django application. That means now the bank application is distributed or interoperable? Interoperable. Different language application, so we call it as interoperable. Now tell me, you want to make this bank application only accessible to Java application or any client application? Any client. That means compulsory bank application as a shield. What we provide? Web services. That means bank application is a just a distributed interoperable application. Distributed interoperable application. Instagram is a distributed application or Instagram is a web application? Web application. An application that is accessible only from the browser is called web application. Now I want to ask a question. Ready? I want to confuse you. This bank application you can access from the browser or from the mobile app? Yes or no? No. It's until like this. No until like this. Okay, na? Answer coming something, face moving another way, head moving. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. No. Tell me again. Can you do net banking by logging bank from the browser? In this case, the same bank application is web application. That means web client to servlet, servlet to EJB. Background EJB or Spring will be there. But what is the front servlet? In a Spring, The same servlet is there with a different name. Dispatcher servlet, some name is there. I didn't remember. Once upon a time, long ago, I studied. Okay, one servlet is there. In WebMVC, in a Spring, we have a framework called what? One module called what? WebMVC. In that WebMVC, the servlet is developed by one servlet class. So there, the faculty will teach you that. So finally, the same bank application start from core Java to the advanced Java, and wherever you go, bank application and asset. Last time, one student has, in a YouTube, when I'm taking a live class, he has commented, sir, now also bank account example only. Take some other new example. Then I ask him, you tell one example. I ask him, you tell one example, Rabbi, what example you want me to take? Ante your wish. If I choose one new example from my company project, can you understand? What project you are aware? Bank application you are aware, because every day you are using the bank application. Every day you are using Amazon application. If I teach these concepts with Amazon bank application connection, then you easily visualize what I am saying. You can connect the subject. You can start accepting the terminology. If I choose my project, my company, project, then what happened? You will not understand. My project is semiconductor manufacturing project. Shall I teach that? Then tomorrow onwards, you will not come to the class. I myself to understand take 1 year. Okay. So follow me, whatever I'm saying, don't show your talent. Now what written first point? An application that can be accessible from network, from web client using URL is called what? Web application. For example, Amazon. Write down diagram, small Bujji diagram. This is web application. For example, Amazon. What Amazon contains in bracket? Servlet, comma, JSP. Where it is available? In a server computer. Server computer. Watching or writing? In the middle of the page you are writing. పైన చెప్పిన పాయింట్ ప్రకారం డయాగ్రామ్ రాస్తాను కదా. మిడిల్ ఆఫ్ ద పేజ్ లో రాస్తే ఇప్పుడు క్లయింట్ ఎక్కడ రాస్తావు? నేను ఎక్కడ రాస్తున్నాను? మిడిల్ ఆఫ్ ద పేజ్, రైట్ సైడ్, left side. Here you write network, round lines like this, cloud symbol, network connected, server computer connected here. Okay, now this is client computer. Client computer. Computer has a stand and a right stand. Inside client computer, can I have Java program to access this? Hey. Can I have Java program to access this? No. What is required? Browser. In bracket, web client. And here what is there? URL, Uniform Resource Locator. Client computer already connected to the network. Now this URL travel via network to, listen carefully. Who will receive this request? Can web application can take the request? No. There is a one special software. This special software is called web server. I told you na server software. Okay, web server software. Web server software. It will receive the request, send the request to Amazon. Amazon giving the response. If there is no space, leave it. If no space, leave it. It's not that much important in the diagram. Okay. And then now it is sending the response via here. So what is this? Request. What is this? Response. You can write anywhere, no problem. Request, response. What application? This application? Web application. Already written, sorry. Already written, already. Or also we can call it as website. Web application or website. Read once again, what is a web application? An application that is accessed via network from a web client browser is called, with a URL, is called what? Web application. Web application is also called website. Next, distributed application. Next one is distributed application. An application that is accessible. An application that is accessible via internet or locally. An application that is accessible via network. Don't say internet, sorry. Via network. An application that is accessible via network or locally from a program as client application. From a program as a client application. Client as a from a program as client application or program. Okay, okay, no problem. Leave it. Is called distributed. Is called distributed application. Repeat once again. Can you write the diagram by your own? No, no. Now tell me, same. Once again, what is there? Server computer. Via network content, that computer is called what? Server computer. The server computer contains what? Distributed application. Distributed application is developed by using which language? EJB. EJB. Okay. And middleware services. Wherever EJB there, their services also will be there. EJB alone cannot complete the task. EJB and middleware services. Now, the server computer is connected to network. Next, our client computer. Okay, what is this distributed application you consider as? Bank application. Somewhere corner you can write. Bank application. Here Amazon you written like that bank. Then this is client computer. Here what is there? This is browser Java program. Java program. Java program. This is connected to the network. Java program network going to distributed application and response is coming. It is also request response, but via Java request response. Simple term, tell me what is web application, what is distributed application. An internet application whose client is browser is called web application. An application that can be accessible via internet from a program as a client. A program that has a program as a client is called what? Distributed. A program that has a browser as a client is called what? Web application. Clear? Next, interoperable application. Completed or no? Diagram completed. Next, interoperable application. What is interoperable application? An application which is distributed. An application which is distributed. What is the meaning of distributed? Accessible from a program. Wait, don't write. Wait, don't write. 1 minute. Distributed means what should come to your program? Oh, this is accessible from remote client program. Remote client program. But what is that remote client program? Any programming language, remote client program. Remote client program is called what? Interoperable. What is written? A program, an application that is distributed and accessible from any language client program, any language client program remotely and remotely means different computer via network is called what? Remotely is called, not remote to not a TV remote. Okay, is called write down, is called interoperable application. Is called interoperable application. Is called interoperable application. Hello, again I'm saying these all the points my understanding. Search in the internet. Internet maybe some other terminology will come. I least bother. It is my Java, my understanding Java. If you tell these definition, the interview, will they accept? If they don't accept, don't join in that company. That company is not following the basic programming style, not architecture style. They by hearted somewhere accepting something else. That company is not suitable to you. Don't join. Okay, na? Finally, tell me, very important. What is interoperable application? An application that is accessible from any language client application is called what? Interoperable. Okay, full stop. Continuation. An interoperable application is continuation. I said an interoperable application is developed by using web services by using once again by using XML and web services. By using XML and web services. List of nowadays in modern applications. Nowadays, ఈ రోజుల్లో in modern applications, we are using JSON and JSON, capital letters. What is JSON? Java Sanna. Last interview, I have asked question, what is JSON? He proudly said, yeah, Java Sun. Hey, it's not Java Sun, Babu. JavaScript object notation. J stands for what? JavaScript. O stands for object. N stands for notation. JavaScript object notation. It is not Java Sun. JavaScript object notation, JSON, and RESTful services. RESTful services. Some people call it as REST API. RESTful services or in bracket REST API. Okay, na? Can you represent the same point as a diagram? This is server computer. Re online students ఏమైపోయారు? Everyone following? Okay. Write down. This is server computer. Server computer. In a server computer, what is there? Bank application. Bank application is developed by using what? EJB plus middleware services, MS. MS means what? Middleware services. In order to access this bank application, tagging to this, we are developing what? XML. WS means web services or JSON. RA. RA means REST API or RS, RESTful services. Your written notes only I am converting as a diagram, Babu. Bank application is developed by using EJB and what is this MS? Microservices. Middleware services, not microservices. MWS, middleware services. Now, this web service, this mobile, bank application to access via different language application, it is having a what you can say, cover sheet or whatever extension. What is that? XML web services or JSON RS. RS means RESTful services. Right arrow mark into it. What is this web application now? Web application only is called what? Distributed application. DA. Now, with the RESTful services to EJB is called what? IA. Interoperable application. IA into internet application, interoperable. Interoperable. IOA. One big message come. Yes, sir. We use WebLogic application at work. Now understand why it is distributed underneath. Okay. Okay, na? So tell me once again. Distributed means just EJB, ante. Whereas if you want to call, it is a interoperable. Compulsory you have to use XML web services or JSON RESTful plus EJB. Now tell me, this is a network. Sir, network don't write, okay? Now write Java application, Java client. Don't write application, just you write what? Java client. And tell me, Java client can directly go to web mobile application? Okay, internet middle is there, okay? Write like this, internet. Java application can directly talk to the bank application. No, no, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is a distributed application developed in which language? Java. Java can be communicated directly. Yes. Also, Java client can go via XML to bank application. Yes. Both are allowed. But what is recommended? Directly na via XML. Via XML. If I expose my application via XML, it is secured and available for all different applications. So via directly, this is distributed DA. Via XML, this is IOA, interoperable application. Ardhamainda? Everyone understand? Today night, I hope you will all work on this diagram and terminology. You search in the Google yourself, what is web application? What is a distributed application? What is, hey, class not completed, Ray. Notes close చేసి వెళ్ళిపోతారేంట్రా ఇప్పుడు ఇది అయిపోయిందా డయాగ్రామా డయాగ్రామ్ కంప్లీటెడా డయాగ్రామ్ కంప్లీటెడా if you are in a mode of leaving the class, why did you come to the class? It is 5:30, still half an hour there. And just you come to the class when I say tomorrow you have to buy heart, then you leave that minute only. What is the meaning of interoperable? It is accessible from only same language client or different language clients. Right on there, .NET client. Going to XML. Next, Python, comma, Django. D small letter, J capital letter. D small letter, J capital letter, Django. You should not call Django, you should call it as Django. Next, Angular or React. Or Node.js. Any of the three UI technologies. And next, one more is there. PHP, Jamana gone. Mobile application. Finally, tell me, what is Java EE? Java EE is a framework. It contains different technologies. Java EE is a framework. It provides web, enterprise, distributed and interoperable applications development required technologies. Servlets and JSP are called web technologies. Using them, we develop web application. EJB is called enterprise distributed technologies. Using them, we can develop one big company application as a distributed application. Web services called interoperable application, interoperable technology means it will provide access to an application to different client applications. Tell me, using XML web services, are you developing complete project or only access layer? Only access layer we are providing. We are not developing complete project. In Spring, we have one module called Spring REST API. Okay, na Spring RESTful services or Spring REST API. There you will learn how to provide access to Spring application to different language applications. What is a web application? An application that is accessible via web client. Via browser you are accessing, that is a web application. Accessing from a Java client or same language client. An application that is accessible remotely from a program with the same language is called what? Distributed application. If you accessible this program remotely from a program of any language, then we call it as what? Interoperable application. Is it clear? Last point. Enterprise application. Enterprise application. A web or distributed or interoperable application. A web or, wait a minute, don't write interoperable. A web or distributed application. A web or distributed application that implements all business operations of a big company, in bracket enterprise, a big company enterprise, close bracket, is called enterprise application. Is called enterprise application. Look at here. For example, I am taking bank application. Bank application contain how many business operations? Account operations, account opening, withdraw, deposit, all. Next, it also contains what? Loan. What the loans? Personal loan, home loan, vehicle loan, gold loan, education loan, all different types of loans. Next, any other services providing the bank? Any other services are providing by the bank? Locker facility. Okay. Next, locker for, can you put money in the locker? Gold and some documents. Cash you cannot place, I guess. Recently, I got one reel on a loan locker. Okay. Next, anything else? Any other services? Bank application. Okay. ATM is not from the bank. That is ATM by another. Okay. Card. What card? Debit card and credit card services. Inka any other? Any other? Currency exchanger. Currency exchange. Inka. As of now, you don't know. Coming days, you will realize. Demat account. Share market. Shares buying and selling. Okay. Shares and mutual funds. Okay. Bank application or a software that manages all these services is called what? What this application is called? Enterprise application. Okay, na? Right on. For example, a bank application that manages what? All services, account, comma, loan, comma, locker, comma, debit, credit card, comma, exchange, next, demat account, shares and mutual funds. Shares and demat account, shares and mutual funds, buying, selling is called an enterprise application. Is called an enterprise application. If you want, you can write this diagram. Choice is yours. EA means enterprise application. Can you consider Amazon is also web application? I mean, enterprise application? Facebook? No? Is it not enterprise? It's a big enterprise. Crores of money transactions happen. Right? Google? Asla, how many products are there in Google? Everybody feeling that Google is just a search engine. Search engine jamana gone. Asla, this big business is going on Google. Google is also an enterprise. Google, that one website is holding background so many products. It is just showing you one empty page with search box. Side you have applications, dot buttons. If you click on that, its history will come, what it can do for you. As without Google, your life is not there, right? So Google is also an enterprise. You complete the diagram, down you write all the examples. Other examples, Amazon, Ichu. Sir, every dog has a data. Amazon, Google, Facebook. Naresh ID? No, it's just a web application. Naresh ID is not an enterprise. Do you have any many services here? Only one service. What is that? Teaching. Teaching only one service. If you have teaching plus different services are there, different businesses are there, then we can say it is enterprise. Naresh ID just a web application, not enterprise application. Tata, Asla, you, how dare you to forget Tata? Write down Tata. Tata provide how many products? You cannot count, right? Name some money. So some few. Tata Motors, Tata Steel, Tata Tea, Tata Salt, Tata Motors అని దాంట్లోకి వచ్చేస్తాయి అన్ని. Okay. So finally hope you understand enterprise means. Tata aeroplane, Tata Sky, Life Jinganala. Okay. Finally, very important point we understood. Java EE architecture version history already I gave you yesterday. Tata Power, yeah. And now what is this? Different applications and its technologies for developing. Hey, don't write, already completed these applications. Can I expect everyone will Google it? I gave my understanding English, my simple English, my understand diagram to you. Now it's the time you have to explore to improve more terminology. Some difficulty terminology I never ever used in the class. It is your responsibility to search and you use that heavy terminology if you are capable. I am not that much English talented person. Okay, that's why simple English I'm trying to use, which can make you understand easily. Okay, so today we completed two things. What is that? Java EE architecture and different applications and technologies for developing these applications. Okay, so tomorrow I hope we can launch servlets. All these 4 points are good. Sorry, yesterday you told you will verify my notes to verify version numbers. If you don't write notes, if you don't complete this, what do you call assignment, who is ultimately suffering? You. You are going to suffer next classes. So, if not completed, complete today and come tomorrow. Thank you. That's all for today class. Good night. You join online, Rabbi. Who stop you?